your prayer work, but in reverse, Johnny? Preds won. Tolvanen didn't score. Seattle didn't even select him for the shootout. Shh. Maybe if we're quiet, the hockey gods won't notice about my prayer and will win both games against Seattle. Shh. Preds tie the Seattle Kraken 1-1, and then everybody's hands go up, way up, as the Nashville Predators defeat the Seattle Kraken 2-0 in the shootout, thus winning the game 2-1 Thursday night inside Bridgestone Arena. Thanks to a 27-save performance by Hughes and a key clutch tying goal by the Chief, the Preds win a crucial Western Conference potential wildcard playoff game. We'll see how it goes down a stretch run here as the Preds start a key 3-game homestand. Well, the moment has finally arrived. We can finally face this head on, Preds Nation, since first being put on waivers and then being claimed by the Seattle Kraken December 12th, Eeli Tolvanen has come back to Smashville, come back to Bridgestone Arena to play in his first hockey game for the road team. I saw someone before puck drop, before the first period started, that someone posted the lineup announcements by Paul McCann, and like every road player should when they're announced inside Bridgestone Arena, when Eeli Tolvanen's name was called, you could clearly hear the Preds faithful yell, "Sucks!" It's nice to know that nobody gets off the hook when they come back to Bridgestone Arena for the opposing team. Franchise fact coming into this game that I had totally forgotten about, but once I was prompted to it, it easily came to mind that coming into this game, the Seattle Kraken were the only NHL team that the Preds had never defeated inside Bridgestone Arena. They've actually only beat them one in franchise history, and that was in Seattle. Not only does UC Soros get the start in this game back-to-back after the Buffalo win, for the first time all season, amazingly, John Hynes did not touch one piece of the lineup. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and maybe it's something to consider going into Saturday. Just over 2 minutes into the first period, this fast road bunch would get on the board first as Daniel Sprong goes in, gets Saros to bite as if he's going to go behind his net, and fakes out Saros, is able to pull it back, wrap it in, bank it off of Saros. It goes in. Maybe here we go again, I thought in a moment. Kraken ahead early, 1-0. Seattle continues to control the pace early. This is the type of team that Seattle is. They don't get a lot of chances, but the chances that they do get, they score on, and that is why they have been so successful and seem to be on their way to their first playoff appearance in only their second season. Oh, a playoff appearance in only your second season. Only took the Preds 6 seasons to achieve that. Would have been nice if teams like the Preds and other expansion teams, Atlanta, now Winnipeg, and Columbus and Minnesota, had had the expansion rules that Vegas and Seattle had, but I digress. Quick preview, I am going to revisit the Preds expansion draft from 1998 as the NHL entry draft is just around the corner in Nashville in June, and that means it's the 25th anniversary of the Preds franchise when they had their expansion draft. Under 3 minutes left to go in the first, the Seattle Kraken defense is smothering. They only allow the Preds to get 3 shots on goal, even though they had many more shots blocked, and other than an Igor Afanasyev try late in the first period to try and tie the game, Seattle manages to get out of the first period with a 1-0 lead. Seattle with the first great chance in the second period. Jordan Eberle with a rush into the Preds zone, but Pekka's son, UC Saros, makes the save. Not a lot going on in the first half of the second period as the Preds are generating more shots, but they're keeping pace now with the Kraken as we play on into the second half of the second period, seeing if the Preds can get a spark and maybe tie this game. Seattle would get the first power play of the game overall in that second period. It's Jeremy Lauzon for holding. And who do I think of first when Seattle goes to the power play? You think of their sniper, their guy who can get the goal on the one-timer. I'm like, please don't let Tolvanen score. Please don't let Tolvanen score. And he doesn't. The Preds fire down defensively well, and they kill it off. No damage done. Still down by 1. After Seattle is unable to score on that power play, Max Greenberg tweets out on Twitter, "Oh, classic boring Preds hockey." And I respond to him, "Oh yes, where have I seen this before? Oh yes, that's right, last Thursday against Chicago." Finally, a break would come the Preds' way. Just over 6 minutes left to go in the second period. Keith Sherwood carries the puck into the Kraken zone to Joey Dacord's right and goes to just about the blue line and is able to start something as he gets the puck back to the blue line to Tyson Barrie, who has been great in Yossi's place since he went off on the injured list, and he gets a shot on net. The man who gave is very happy to receive. Keith Sherwood gets the puck off of the rebound and he buries it into the Kraken net past Joey Daccord. It's Keith Sherwood's 4th of the season. He has been wonders for the Preds since being called up from Milwaukee. He gets a crucial goal that ties this game at 1. That goal by Sherwood seems to spark the Preds, and the Preds generate more offense, getting more shots. The shot totals becoming a little bit more even. Preds are not able to get another goal, but neither are the Kraken. Much more even period, tied at 1 after 2, setting up for a raucous third period, maybe more. In the third period, about 90 seconds in, Jordan Eberle comes close to giving Seattle the lead right back, but UC Saros denies him. Preds come ever so close to gaining their first lead of the game about 3 minutes in. Igor Afanasyev, then Rasmus Aspen, but Joey Daccord keeps both of those chances out of his net. 5 minutes into the third period, the Seattle Kraken are at it again. Justin Schultz is denied by Saros, who then makes a rebound save as well. Just before the halfway mark of the third period, Cal Foote gets called for cross-checking the Kraken's lone goal scorer, Sprong, and the Preds are going to need a huge kill here if they're going to want to get at least 1, if not both points of this game. And the Kraken have a good few chances, but the Preds tighten up like their football team across the Cumberland River, and they don't allow the Kraken to score. Huge sigh of relief. Under 7 minutes left to go now. Play is behind Dacord's net in the Kraken zone, and I didn't see it initially, but there goes Philip Tomasino down in a heap. And once the initial replay is shown, that wasn't high sticking. Come on, refs, that wasn't a follow-through. Like, how long do you have to count for it not to be a follow-through? 20 seconds? 30 seconds? That was long enough that it should have been a high stick. Fortunately, Tomasino was not taken from this game because obviously he would be called upon later on in a huge moment in this game. Nothing the Preds can do but take it out on a Kraken on a scoreboard as we reach 4 minutes left to go in regulation now. Just over 90 seconds left to go in regulation. Play is in the Kraken zone along the left wing board to Joey Dacord's left. And Keith Sherwood is playing the puck, and here comes Tanev, who elbows him into the board in the numbers, and Sherwood goes down, and for some reason, you've got Tanev raising a fuss like, "What did I do? Whoa, what are you taking me to the penalty box for?" Tanev, everybody and their grandma could see that that was a penalty. Quit your belly aching. Preds with some good looks on that power play, but can't convert. The rest of the power play will carry over to overtime. And amazingly, this game is tied at 1 after 60 minutes. In overtime, that would feature only 1 whistle. Amazingly, the Preds and the Kraken exchanged chances, even though I didn't realize in the moment, a lot of those Kraken chances were going on net. Because after the power play had ended, these two teams played a massive amount of 4-on-4 because you can't send guys back on for 3-on-3 until you get a whistle. Preds and Kraken have what looks to be a few good chances. Evangelista had a bad break when he was trying to hold on to the puck for a Preds line change. Kraken steal it, go the other way. It looks like danger, but Ryan McDonagh races back, breaks up the play, and eventually overtime ends. Kraken are outshot by the Preds 6-1 in that overtime frame. Preds look to be the hungrier team for this game, and would that reflect in the gimmick of the shootout coming up next? First up for the Preds is Matt Duchene, and he goes to Old Faithful. Wait, and waits for the goalie's 5-hole to open, and Duchene does, and he slam dunks it home. And then first up for the Kraken for their shootout selection is Jared McCann, but he is able to beat Saros, but unable to beat the post that bails out Saros. Preds up 1-0 after the first round. Next up for the Preds is Luke Evangelista, who had the prettiest move on Joey Daccord, but he's unable to finish it off. Oh, it would have been so sweet if that had gone in. Then it's Jordan Eberle's turn, and he's turned aside by UC Saros, setting up a potential walk-off moment for a man who might be still smarting from the missed high stick in the third period, Philip Tomasino. Philip Tomasino skates in. He follows the lead of his teammate wearing number 95 and waits for that 5-hole to open, makes no mistake and tucks it home, sending the Preds faithful home happy. Preds win the shootout 2-0, and they win this game 2-1. What a game. Before you know it, this season will be done. Will the Preds be in the playoffs or will they not? 85% of the season is now complete. And I got to give so much credit to this young core. I'm so proud of them as a fan to see them not giving up with so few games left to go in the season. The Preds finally have their first home win against the Kraken. They have beaten every NHL team inside Bridgestone Arena and in every respective building in the NHL. But there's no resting off of the success of this game. The Preds have less than 2 days rest before having to come back with the pressure of it being Pekka Rinne statue unveiling day to try and beat the Kraken again. Be early on Saturday, Preds fans, in case you haven't heard. The statue unveiling is going to be early in the morning, and then it's a 1 o'clock local start. After Saturday, the Preds will have 11 games left to go in the season, only one of them being against a team that is not relatively comfortable in a playoff spot or fighting for a playoff spot. So the Preds are going to have to fight, scratch, and claw for every point here. You still have those crucial games in hand on Winnipeg and Calgary. Let's see how much you have left in the tank. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like it. You can find my social media by clicking on a channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption. One more time for Pekka's sake, boys. Go win that game on Saturday afternoon and get 2 points for yourselves at number 35.